was trained to dump in your face, jump over the gate, hop in the hoop, grab a bird, get out of the state. Man, yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? I just listen to Pinero the Ghost, man, Styles P, man. His Gangsta and the Gentleman album. That's still one of my favorite albums, man, to this day. But Peep Game, man. We got to get into this shit, man. And Teddy Atlas, bro. I'm a fan of Teddy Atlas. I really respect Teddy Atlas. I love his expertise. I love how he, what he turned Mike Tyson into in the start of his career, for his amateur career. I have a high level of respect for Teddy Atlas, man. But I don't know what it is about Anthony Joshua. Sometimes you just don't like a motherfucker, and that's understandable. That's definitely understandable. Sometimes you just don't like a motherfucker, man. But I just think a lot of the criticisms are unwarranted and unnecessary that he has towards Anthony Joshua, man. I was just listening to an interview, and he seems to be mad that Jermaine Franklin is getting the shot at fighting Anthony Joshua. He's like, I didn't know you get rewarded coming off of a loss. But Anthony Joshua is coming off of a loss as well. And one thing that he's doing is he's doing it without doing it. You dig? He's denigrating him for losing to Usyk. He lost to a smaller man. Like, you have to always highlight the fact that he lost to a smaller dude. Usyk at this point is if he has a competitive bout with Tyson Fury, he's an all-time great because he's already a unified world champion in his second division. He's a former undisputed world champion, man. This isn't just the average smaller man. You dig what I'm saying? He has tools in his arsenal that Anthony Joshua just wasn't equipped to deal with. No more, no less. He proved to be the better man. No more, no less. He is an incredible talent, man. So for you to sit here and continue to highlight the fact that he lost to the smaller man, it's like, bro, what are you really saying? Is all that necessary? I'll call you back, my dear. Hold on. My phone finished ringing. I just got out the gym too, man. Just got out the gym. Them little niggas, coach had me hold the motherfucking body armor, man. They had the kickboxers in there today, working out and shit, man. I had to throw in the body armor, man. Just take all them body shots, man. I don't like, yo, man, my stomach is fucked up. But yeah, man, I don't like how he just continues to just send, clap at Anthony Joshua, because I feel like this shit is so unnecessary, man. He's the darling over there. Well, he's the darling and he gets special treatment and yada yada. Well, it's like, all right, what other talent in the heavyweight division is being cultivated over there to that degree? There's nobody is more, I hate using this term, but marketable or likable as an Anthony Joshua, man. He has a dope personality. He's a good-looking guy. He's, tall, built properly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, just how how Joe Joyce, Dillian White, it isn't the same. You know what I'm saying? It isn't the same. And I don't think the talent level is the same either. And it's been proven. It's been proven. So, he keeps on, it's like, it's one of them things where, you'll charge up to, you'll get all your compliments out of the way before you tear him down. And that's what it is that he was doing, man. I respect the guy and this and that and the third and yada yada yada, but it's like he can't wait to start cutting him, and he be like trying to cut him deep. It's like, bro, the criticisms they're unwarranted, because yeah, he lost. While he did lose to Usyk, what he's not talking about is he didn't have to fight Usyk. The thing is, everybody gets mad at Canelo because they feel Canelo was supposed to fight. He's just supposed to jump through all these fire hoops and go fight Jermall Charlo, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andre, and just go through a gauntlet of opponents consecutively. And when he doesn't do that, he's met with a certain level of cynicism. But when Anthony Joshua does it, if he loses, if he does it, he loses, and it's just another way to clap at him. It's like, yo, y'all got to make y'all mind up, because y'all don't like one fighter for one reason, and y'all don't like Y'all don't like one fighter because he doesn't do what the other fighter that you doesn't like is doing. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. My man, now the bro is calling me. It just makes no sense. You know, Canelo, Joshua's like, yo, what more do you want from these niggas? Anthony Joshua did not have to fight Usyk. He didn't. He chose to. He chose to. He chose to honor his mandatory. Oh, shit. Hold up. Jesus. He chose to honor his mandatory. He lost. It is what it is, man. But I just think that, you know, people are just getting really, their criticisms of him are completely unfair and unwarranted, man. I'm like, yo, y'all got to stop. He lost twice. Yeah, he lost twice to a fucking mandatory. A tough outing for any and everybody. Now, how many mandatories did Joshua fight? How many, not Joshua, but Wilder fight? How many mandatories did Fury fight? And these dudes are being praised. They get praised. Praised. Tyson Fury just got praised for knocking out Derek Chisora. As if it's never happened before. They was calling motherfucking Tyson Fury, oh man, he might be one of the great, because he beat Dillian White by knockout, as if he didn't get beat the same way by two other opponents before him. Joshua being the first. You know, it just gets to a point where it's like, yo, y'all not even trying to be objective about it. But what he said that really pissed me off was he's protected. Like, bro, that ain't just go back to the fact of him saying that, yo, man, yeah, I didn't know the losers got rewarded. Anthony Joshua lost too. He lost too. It's bad when Canelo doesn't fight the motherfuckers that you want him to fight, but when Anthony Joshua does it, he's met with a certain level of criticism. Even Andre Ward on fucking after Joshua, ironed out Pulev, and man, I ain't seen nobody that can beat Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. How? Especially when you talk about Deontay Wilder. It's just asinine to me, man. I don't like it. I think that shit is whack. You dig? Yeah, I'm not getting excited for it. That's cool. It's a reason why it's not being billed as a pay-per-view. This isn't a fight for him that's supposed to be. It's a solid fight. The dude proved his merit in the division. He proved his worth in the division with his last fight. A lot of people thought he won against Dillian White. All right, cool. That's a perfect opponent to segue into. I wanted Otto Wallin, but I'm not mad at Jermaine Franklin. I'm not mad at it. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But the protected thing is like, yo, what the fuck are y'all talking about? How are you a protected fighter when you're fighting mandatories consecutively? How are you a protected fighter when you're fighting top opposition that the division has to offer? Tyson Fury isn't protected for fighting Derek Chisora. Deontay Wilder isn't protected for fighting Dominic Brazil. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? He's not a protected fighter. They're willing to let him go out the way that he wants to go out. He's not a protected fighter. There's no way you're a protected fighter fighting mandatories. There's no way you're a protected fighter losing fights that you would otherwise be winning. Usyk didn't knock him out. That second fight was a lot closer than the first one was. They could have cooked the books on that fight. That's not the signs of a protected fighter. Well, what do you mean protect? He's protected because he's fighting Jermaine Franklin off of 2 consecutive losses that you continue to highlight. You continue to highlight he lost twice to a smaller man. All right, cool. Let him get his rebound back. Let him get his rebound fight. You didn't say shit. I don't recall you saying shit to Deontay Wilder when he went and he fought Robert Helenius, his sparring partner, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. But I don't recall you saying anything, negative about that. Y'all praise these dudes. Y'all praise these dudes. I don't get it with Teddy Atlas, man. I don't get it, man. I don't think the criticism are just they're unnecessary. It's just like, fam, He's doing what it is that you want fighters to do, and you're not praising him for it. You're denigrating him for it when he loses. This is why fighters preserve their O. Y'all get mad when fighters, if they're gonna fight a high risk fight, the profit has to match the risk, despite them not even being marketable fighters. If the risk is too high, nah, man, I need 10 million for that. You're mad at that. You're mad at that. You're in your feelings about that. And then when someone does go in there and fight a fighter that he honestly doesn't even need to fight, look at how you clapping at him. Who else is he supposed to fight? I want Otto Wallin. There's nobody in the division that can say that you can say he's ducking. You're saying that he can, Joyce can beat him. Like, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Joe Joyce is the juggernaut for a reason. But you're out of your mind. Like, Daniel Dubois is not punching like Anthony Joshua. Neither is Joseph Parker. Neither is Carlos Takam. They're not punching like Joshua. And he did. Like, I think, man, just certain people just need to just don't talk about a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Ward needs to be talking about Canelo and Joshua, and I don't think Teddy Atlas needs to be talking about Canelo and Anthony Joshua, because it's not coming from an objective standpoint. You can't call somebody protected that just lost to a mandatory. You can't call somebody protected that's fighting all mandatories and all top 10 opponents in his division that he has to offer. You can't call somebody protected that's dethroning sitting world champions. You can't do that. You can't get mad at him for fighting Jermaine Franklin. Oh, I didn't know the loser got rewarded. Anthony Joshua was a loser too. He just lost twice, as you continue to highlight. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. That is extremely unfair, man. I don't like that shit. I do not like that shit. Like I said, I have a high level of respect for Teddy Atlas. I think he is he's a boxing guru. He is a guru, and he should be revered as such. But your criticism is just ridiculous here. This is past ridiculous. It's past ridiculous. I don't want to see Canelo fight so-and-so. I don't want to see him fight, but you want to see him fight Charlo, a dude who's been inactive for 2 years. You want to see him fight these mythical matchups or whatever, because these dudes look stellar in front of opponents they were supposed to look stellar in front of. You want to talk about Joshua fighting Jermaine Franklin, but you don't want to talk about, I don't know, you could have did it, but I don't recall you making a motherfucking a video when the negotiations fell through with Joshua and Fury. I don't recall that. I don't recall that. Did you ever make a video on $120 million DAZN offer to Deontay Wilder? I don't recall that. But it's like every opportunity y'all get to clap at somebody, y'all clap at those two. Despite how frivolous and fictitious the claims and the criticisms y'all have of them are. Canelo and Joshua, they gotta fight him. These are the only two dudes consistently fighting world champions in top level opposition, and they're met with a certain level of cynicism, man. That shit is just real unfair. Anthony Joshua is a dude who is still learning on the job, and he's fighting the best available opponents and trying to fight the best of the best. And he's, according to you, being protected, bro. That shit is extremely unfair. Extremely. There's no way you can sit there with a straight face and tell me Anthony Joshua is being protected. Not in all honesty. So I'm just saying, man, stop that bullshit, man. I'm a fan of Teddy Atlas. I got all the respect in the world for Teddy Atlas, man, but your criticism of these two and Andre Ward is, you know, your criticism of these two is just unnecessary, and it's just past ridiculous, man. So I'm about to go get me something to eat because I'm fucking starving, man. So that's all I have to say about it, man. Yeah, I'll get with y'all later. Doses.